Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope all is well with you and yours. What's good, what's good, what's good? Yes, I'm still sick. I'm still sick, running a little bit behind. So forgive me tonight. It's a bit much. So now you can see my ugly face now and not just the other screen. So tonight's question is, do you copy trade? And yes, there's a reason why I'm asking. There is a reason why I'm asking if you copy trade, right? But we've got a few other things to talk about. Wow, that's a lot of news. I'm trying not to do too much news tonight because I'm pretty sure you can hear my voice is not the normal voice that I have. So GameStop gets up and they go, we're going to be a Bitcoin treasury company. And they go out and they do it. And then the stock drops. Is that a temporary thing? I think it's a temporary thing. I could be wrong. I don't own any stock in GameStop or anything else like that. But imagine if they had done this a while ago. But we won't go there. Hindsight is always 20/20, right? The question is it a good idea for them to do so? And I have to say, I think so. Probably a lot of people are going to sit there and think about, well, why is it like that? Rick Ritchie in his house, thank you for letting me know that you have invested in yourself today. I greatly appreciate that. No joke. You know I do. What's this? Did we just find out that Rick Ritchie just got crowned the #1 person for commenting on the show? Wow. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Like, you had to beat out a lot of people for that. Thank you. Thank you. That means that you enjoy the show, whether it be picking on me or the camaraderie, the commiseration, whatever it is, that's what's up. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you. I know we don't always see eye to eye, and I have to tell you the truth. I freaking love that. Every time I speak with one of you and we're kind of at odds over a given topic, I think it is freaking awesome because that forces us to debate the topic. And every now and then something slips through and one of us goes, oh, didn't know that. Thank you for giving me something to research. And then we go do it. That's what's up. No, I feel honored, sir. I really do. I'm just waiting for all my notes to come through. But anyway, back to GameStop. So some people are thinking that's a bad idea, but they spent like about 500, almost $250 million getting into Bitcoin to become a Bitcoin treasury, right? Bitcoin treasury company. And I have to say, I mean, weren't they sitting on some money? I mean, I don't know that they were sitting on $500 million. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had to do something to pull that all together. But still, I'm not mad about that. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not mad about that at all. Not at all. I mean, if I was going to be mad at something, I'd be mad at how Bitcoin is now at like, what, 107 and change? I know. There are a lot of people that are not pleased at the moment. There are a lot of us that are not pleased at the moment. But it is what it is, right? So when I look at this, I kind of go, that's not a bad thing, right? Companies are starting to look at how that works. I would have been happier if GameStop would have said, you know what we're going to do? We're not just going to invest in Bitcoin. You know where I'm going. We're going to start accepting Bitcoin. Check this out. And Hutanic comes in at number 2. What is up with that? Literally, I'm looking at the crowns. Right now. So Rick Ritchie has a big purple crown, a violet crown for Hutanic. That's freaking awesome. I'm freaking awesome. And Hutanic says anything over $106,000 is bullish. Technically, I can tell you the truth. For me, anything over 100 is bullish to me. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to differ about that. Excuse me, sorry. The reason why I say so is because when I look at that, I'm looking at how long we were below 100. And then how long it took for us to bust through 100 the second time. Right? When I look at things now, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of going, our last all-time high was like $109,000 and change. So to be sitting at 107, please. I'm not even moved by that. I'm not even close to being moved by that. So I'm sitting back and I actually like that number. And I have to say, that's probably why GameStop got in. It's like, we better get in while we can get in. But half a bill? Woo, baby. They jumped in big. They jumped in real big. Then you got Goldman Sachs. My notes are over here tonight for a little while. Goldman Sachs predicts gold price explosion to $4,000 by 2026. Now, I think Goldman Sachs should actually cut a check for Hutanik and I, because we called that a while ago. We said that a while ago. So I'm thinking Goldman Sachs should cut us a check. I mean, they're a little behind. I understand. Maybe the checks are in the mail. But we really did call that, earlier this year, especially Hutanik. He's like crazy happy about gold. Right? Then, have you ever heard of this guy? Well, you know what? I can't even say it's a guy. Have you ever heard of this person? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this person. Person's name is Zach XBT. I love this person. This person is a sleuth, specifically a crypto sleuth, and they're out there doing their thing. And they found out that this guy, James Wynn, has been tied to a whole bunch of stuff. And supposedly he's like this big risk-taking trader and everything. And he's been doing like 40x on like what, SUI or something like that. No, Hyperliquid as of late. He's been doing it on Hyperliquid. And Zach XBT was like, I see you. I'm gonna help everybody else see you. So blockchain investigator Zach XBT has publicly accused high-risk trader James Wynn of hypocrisy and deceptive pump and dump tactics, despite Wynn's vocal stance against scams in the crypto space. Yeah. And I can tell you now, I keep going back to this. This is one of the reasons why we didn't use bots. You know why I keep telling you guys, thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and as always, thank you for your trust. There's a reason why I thank you for your trust. It's hard to get. It's easy to lose. Trust is hard to get, but easy to lose. Now imagine when I launched GMB TV, our coin. Imagine when I launched that I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get some bots. I'm gonna drive that up." Imagine if I'd have done that. Imagine if I'd have done that. Here's something else that's not as shady, but it kind of makes you go, You launch a new coin. And this is how a lot of it works. You launch a new coin and you buy all of it. You ever see Batman? Through several trusts and different organizations. It's a little complex. You wouldn't understand. Remember that line by Christian Bale? Yeah, I love that. I mean, that wasn't the exact line. I was paraphrasing. But you get the idea. That's what they do. And then when you buy, you're buying from one of those people. Let me rephrase. You're buying from one of those addresses. So you buy. That money goes straight into their pocket. And what do? The reason why they buy it is because they want to get off of whatever launch pad they're on, pump.fun, sun.pump or sun fund, whatever the heck it's called. All of them. They buy it all so they can get off of there and start trading on real exchanges. And, even some of the, just far out exchanges, none of the big ones, but some of the far out exchanges, that's what they do. Right? So I could have done that, but that's also, I was going to do it. And then I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What am I talking about? Doesn't that seem shady? Doesn't that seem a little shady? And I was like, oh, yeah, that does seem shady. So I didn't do it. It might take years for GMB TV to actually wind up being something. I mean, I'm confident that it will, because I know what we're doing. But to artificially inflate the coin, yeah, that's a no for me. That's a big no. That is a big no. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. At the BTC conference, smart people were discussing that 90K will be the bear market bottom. I absolutely disagree with them. I'm thinking 80. I'm thinking 75. That's what I'm thinking. 75 sounds more realistic to me. Play it out in your head. Right? That's a feasible number. Because where were we before? We were at 109 and change. And then we dropped all the way down to like 78. And it took us a while to fight back up. So yeah, I firmly believe that we could absolutely, see in the 70s. I can absolutely see that. Easily. Right? So I noticed that you said a bunch of smart people were talking about it. And I took it as you're sitting there and going, yeah, those people are, they're really smart. Meaning, like, nah. Like, so I guess, who were the smart people? Like, were they really smart people? People that you look at and you kind of go, oh, yeah, okay. I can understand your thinking. I might still disagree, but I can understand your thinking. Or were they people that were this week smart? You know what I mean? This week smart. Like yesterday smart. Like I just jumped on the bandwagon smart. Oh, I've been involved with this for years. Have you? Have you really? You gonna lie to us? Okay. All right. I mean, we're not surprised. I mean, right? And then I heard JD Vance was up there talking about, Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that. Just a buddy boy just learned how to spell that shit like 3 weeks ago. Excuse my language. I know I'm going to get smacked by my mother. It's the medication, Mom. It's the medication. I got stuffy nose. I got pounding headache. It's the medication. It slipped. No, it was not a Freudian slip. It just came out a little bit. Just saying. Sorry, Mom. So yeah, I'm just looking at all these people, and I do have a fear about this. I'm looking at all these people that say they're involved with crypto and they've been involved with crypto for a really long time. And I'm sitting here and I'm just saying to myself, but we know you're lying. We know you're lying. And that's a problem. And why do I find it to be a problem? Because we're going to wind up getting a whole influx of newbies into the space that are doing things that they don't really understand, susceptible to scams, and the more scams that happen, the less trust that you see. It's a slippery slope going in a downward position, right? So yeah, I think about that. I think that could be damaging to the industry. I think it's damaging to the industry that we're buying so many politicians. And I say we because we're in the industry. If we're investors, we're in the industry. I think that's a bad thing, right? Because we don't need them. This is why I want retail to step up and start buying crypto and doing their own research, understanding their entries and exits, and absolutely investing deliberately. I need that. Why? Because they will have done some research. They didn't just listen to the talking head. They didn't listen to the politician that knows nothing, that's talking out of their rumps. Oh, we're going to buy 1 million Bitcoin. Senator Loomis, are you serious? We're going to buy 1 million Bitcoin? That sounds interesting to me. What are you going to do with it? Buying Bitcoin, enabling the Bitcoin, different things. Right? So focused on buying Bitcoin, but you're not focused on really good, pragmatic, thoughtful regulation. We're just going to go out and buy some Bitcoin. La 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 la. Like, it's easy like that. Oh, and we're also only going to back the US coins. La 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 la. Really? Oh, okay. Because the rest of the world doesn't exist. Of course not. Of course not. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm waiting for the smart people to enter the room. I'm really waiting for the smart people to enter the room. Okay? I'd love that. eToro explodes in a good way. They had delisted, because of everything that was going on legally, they had delisted 12 cryptos. They just put them back. I mean, I don't have the list in front of me, I don't think. Let me see. Do I have the list in front of me? Because I didn't think it mattered all that much to have the list in front of me. But yeah, they're putting all that back. eToro is making moves. eToro is making moves. Here's what I like. I like the fact that there are other players in the space. Because we all know I'm not a fan of Gemini. And at this point, not a fan of freaking Coinbase either. Something hokey went on with Kraken too. I mean, you got to choose your bedfellows. Simple as that. You got to choose your bedfellows. BitMEX unveils exclusive AI-powered trading reports to boost VIP crypto traders' profits and crush psychological biases. It's good stuff. Yo, what up, Captain Banana? Thank you for letting me know that you absolutely invested in yourself today. I greatly appreciate that. So BitMEX comes out with this new thing, and I think it's actually a good idea. They're giving people what they want. I look at it as they're giving people what they want because they're not doing their own research. So they're giving it to them. I'm not mad about that. I'm not. However we have to educate people is however we have to educate people. I don't care. Let's do it. Let's be all about it. Let us be all about it. Now, something else that really caught my attention is the U.S. Labor Department has dropped their warning about having crypto in your 401k. That right there is what we call a game changer. How it's going to affect the market, Hutanik and I had this conversation, I don't know if you recall, but we had this conversation a long time ago, and we were talking about why would people want ETFs? Well, they want ETFs because you can't get crypto directly via 401k. And there you go. Yeah, buddy. And and the reason why is because, so you want to invest in this, but you really want some exposure. Well, your 401k couldn't have gone and gotten crypto directly on its own. So what do? They went to all the ETFs to go get their crypto exposure. Aha. So the question becomes, for all of those funds that went to ETFs to go buy them, are they going to switch up and go do it directly? Or they're just going to start new funds and do it directly and give people the option of moving over. So yes, what you could be looking at is a change on who's carrying the most crypto and how that works. The exposure to crypto, all that could change the landscape a bit. Is it going to affect a company like BlackRock? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Right. And then what else we have? We have Telegram's Ton token soars, or had soared a bit, after a $300 million Elon Musk deal amid a $1.5 billion bond raise and founders' legal turmoil. Are they going to go IPO? Don't know. But I have to sit here and I have to wonder, do I want to hold my Ton coin? Seriously, I'm not even playing. Like, I wonder about that. Let me go see. I just want to see where they are. I just want to see. Let me see. Ton coin is 23 on CoinGecko. It's up 12% at the moment. It's got a GMB X factor of 1.45. Not really mad about that. Not really mad about that. It's gonna do what they do. It's gonna do what they do. I'm not mad about that. But I do pay attention. I'm tempted to sell some Ton coin right now. I could sell and be nicely in the black. Like by an X or two, I can be in the black. So I'm thinking about it. Maybe not. I kind of want to let it play out. I think things are going to wind up going up again. It's like we're not down enough and we're not up enough for me to really feel like I want to make a move. Who's that sound like? Sounds like Jay Powell. I'm sorry. I'm punch drunk. I'm drunk because all the pills I have to pop make myself at least a little bit better. Yeah, my nose is stuffy as hell. It's ridiculous. Minneapolis Fed's Neil Kashkari warns business tariff uncertainty spurs recession risk as inflation threatens economic stability. Ta-da! I love that guy. Whether I agree with a statement that he makes, I can always agree that I'm going to respect his statement. He's a for real guy. He is for real. So when he speaks, yeah, I kind of listen. And he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. Well, the uncertainty, there's that word, uncertainty. Yeah, that's code switching for chaos. Right? Because they don't want to make it, they kind of want to simmer it down. Yeah. It's chaos. Every time you use the word tariff, it's chaos. It causes chaos. Planned chaos, by the way. Planned chaos. So why was the date chosen July 9th? Because he'll probably I don't know what that means. He'll probably freaking forget. When was the last time you heard something about China? Haven't heard anything about China. One of Pakistan's leaders was speaking at BTC conference. Yep. Putting the whole country on blockchain tech. No, not the whole country. Let's not get it twisted. But they are moving in a more pro crypto way. But the whole country on blockchain, yeah, let's not get it twisted. That's hype. That's hype. That part of it is hype. But other stuff like that, because I have the news article too. The rest of it is kind of hype. But you could see it coming. Why did you see it coming? Oh, I don't know. Because they first got in bed with CZ. Then they got in bed with World Liberty Financial. Then they got in bed with one of the guys that's actually freaking, consulting World Liberty Financial. Yeah. You could see it all laid out in front of you what's going to happen. You could absolutely see it all laid out in front of you. So, yeah. Captain Banana is number 3. So we've got Rick Ritchie, Hutanic, and Captain Banana, our top 3 commenters on the site. I mean, within the community. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. U.S. Department of Labor drops crypto warnings. Yep. Spoke about that. That's actually a good thing. That's that whole 401k thing. You have Norway's K33 raises 6.2 million with an M to go buy some Bitcoin because they want to be a Bitcoin treasury company. Again, every time I hear a company do this, I'm looking at how do you normally make your money? Have you been making money in doing what you normally do? Or are you trying to flip the script and, change your revenue model? Just saying, I do pay attention. I'm poor, but I do pay attention. And you want to hear something else? Ripple might not get, I'm saying it out loud. Shut up. Ripple might not get Circle. Guess who's buying 10% of Circle? BlackRock. BlackRock puts a little bit of money into anything they find interesting. That's their little bit of money. No more, no less. Usually somewhere between 5 and 10%. No more, no less. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. It's interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you, but it's priced for June 4th. So, yeah. I think that window is closed. I think they know what they're doing, and they're doing what they want to do. June 4th, we should be seeing CRCL on the stock market. And I would expect that their stock would pop. That's it. Let that wash over you for a minute. Everybody's thinking, oh yeah, somebody's going to be making some. Only if you buy the stock, and only if you buy the stock at the right time are you going to see the stock take off before it comes back down, because people start to realize, like, wow, yeah, it's pegged to the dollar. Just saying. The SEC's crucial DeFi roundtable June 9th, right, is going to be speaking about anonymity. That's a big focus on anonymity. Man, I'm like stuffed as heck, man. Don't forget tonight's question. Do you copy trade? Yes, no, other. We'll get to why I'm asking that question in a couple of minutes. But yeah, it's a big deal. U.S. banks defy economic turmoil and profits turmoil with 5.8% profit surge and a $681 billion asset boom in Q1. And I want you to stop and think about this. I want you to look at the U.S. banks and ask yourself, so with that kind of profit, how many of them are having layoffs? Oh, snap. Yeah. And then what I want you to pay attention to is how many of those layoffs are being translated into jobs overseas. Yeah. I want you to pay attention to that. Yup. In significant reversal from previous quarter's contraction, the combined assets of the top 4 U.S. banks, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo, increased by $681.71 billion, or 5.8%. JP Morgan Chase led the pack with an 8.9% asset increase, followed closely by Citigroup with a 9.3% rise. That's a little bit backwards. Sorry about that. Then Bank of America and Wells Fargo experienced more modest gains of 2.1 and 1.1 respectively. Those are still gains. But again, I'm going to ask myself, so which one of these companies are outsourcing jobs, expecting layoffs? Citi. I'm still stuffed. Just saying. Stuff that we have to pay attention to when we see this stuff. Now, back to Pakistan. Pakistan joins global race to build strategic Bitcoin reserve backed by 2,000 megawatt power for mining and AI centers. It's not that they're putting the whole country on blockchain. Let's not get out ahead of our skis with that. This is what we got to be paying attention to. The facts. And hello, 8 Paws. Thank you for letting me know that you invested in yourself. That's a big deal. Do you guys see the crowns? Like, do you guys see the crowns, or am I the only one that sees the crowns? I know I have to listen to it myself. I did. I heard what he said. Feel me? Feel me? Because what does that even mean? We're gonna put the whole country on blockchain. Yeah. Then practicality hits, logistics hit, expertise hits. Just a whole bunch of stuff has to happen. That can be down the road. This is the dream, but we're gonna start off literally with doing this, and that. Know what I mean? Oh, so so you're the top commenters on in the community. Rick Ritchie is number 1, Hutanic's number 2, and Captain Banana, you are number 3. 8 Paws is number 2. My bad. Hutanic, did you just get taken out by 8 Paws? So we're neck and neck for number 2? That's freaking awesome. Actually, I think Hutanic got blown away. He got blown away by Captain Banana and 8 Paws. He got bunny hopped. Like his name is Solana. No, just joking. I told you I'm on drugs right now. Trying to get rid of this stuff that I got going on at the moment. I know this is not going to last for long, so I'm trying to barrel through the news. 57 million USDC frozen amid Libra meme coin scandal. Yeah, that whole Libra thing with Melee or whatever the heck his name is, however you pronounce it. No, I'm not sorry because I don't like the guy. But there are a whole bunch of fraud charges going up against him and all that other good stuff. You know what's messed up? So he fired everybody that was investigating him. You want to know what happened? The United States is now investigating him. People didn't realize that, huh? I don't know how long it's going to go because supposedly him and the current regime are homies. We'll see what happens. You know life is hard when you can't breathe through your nose and you have to drink something. Whew. Yeah, you know what that's like. I'm sure you know what that's like. What else do we have? We have AI browsers. That's right. You have Perplexity's AI Comet browser hitting the market. Do I want an AI browser? No. I want an AI browser the same way that I want an AI machine that's built by somebody else. No, thank you. No, thank you. If I want AI on my machine, which I have, I will put it on there myself, which I did. We're actually building out, I think, like our 4th node right now. Right? This doesn't count as a node. This one doesn't count as a node. This is just my own computer, but we have nodes. We're building out the network across the United States first, and we'll see if we want to go internationally with that. And the whole idea is to help small businesses actually manage their data and do some really cool stuff with it without somebody taking their data. So I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna repeat it until you actually define what it is. Yeah, because that doesn't sound right. Thank you, Captain Banana. You guys have conversations that I know nothing of. Now, let's get to this conversation. Do you copy trade? Yeah. Copy trading is dangerous. Did you hear me talking about this guy, James Wynn? That's what I mean by copy trade. So you have people out there that are copy trading, like Nancy Pelosi and other people in the U.S. company, in the U.S. government company. See, Freudian slip. And people are doing it all the time. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but I'm about to delete it. So copy trading is dangerous, especially if you believe that the person that you're copying could have ulterior motives. And what Zach XBT is saying is that he believes that James Wynn is a hypocrite. And that's why I said, I hope you're not copy trading. Because he's one of those people that people copy trade him, in crypto. Some people do it in stocks, with other people, like I said. This is why you have to be careful. Because some of those people have the money to burn, literally have the money to burn. So if they get burned before $100,000, they're not going to sweat it because they know they're about to make $500,000 over there. Just saying, we should be paying attention to this. Very close attention. So if you're copy trading, please pay attention to it. All right? It's a big deal, and we need to be paying attention to everything. Again, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. It's more important. You know what? I have to say, I think it's more important now than it has ever been. And some people might say, "Well, Eddie, you're going a little too far with that, blah blah blah." And then you sit back and you kind of go, "There's so much news going on in different aspects that you could miss something. And if you don't do your own research, well, everything else in that chain gets messed up." Copy trading is dangerous because whatever anybody can talk you into, someone else can talk you out of. That's right. Do your own research. But that's the hard part. You listen to somebody and they go, "Oh, well, I just did this and blah, blah, blah." First of all, you have no proof that they did it 9 times out of 10. And so people just follow these people like lemmings. It's like, "Oh, they did it. I saw them do it." Did you really? So that's why I say pay attention. A neti pot, you people are nasty. I knew I should have deleted it. A neti pot, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it because I sound horrendous, and I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be doing. I'm sick. I'm not allergy sick. I can tell the difference when I'm allergy sick. When I'm allergy sick, I can't open my eyes. That's how I can tell the difference. Yeah, they say it flushes out the bacteria, but I'm just sick. I'm just sick. I have a head cold and. But you know what? Got some cherry pie. I'm gonna enjoy that. I still have taste. I can't smell things. I mean, for a little while, I'm not gonna be able to smell things. I might get some Tiger Balm or something like that. But yeah, I want you guys to be careful out there when it comes to this stuff. Now, I want to talk about something else, Hootanic. Let's give credit where credit is due. Hootanic said, this week could be a sell week. And if you look at the price of crypto right now, Bitcoin dropped $5,000, and there were opportunities out there where you could have bought and sold. You could have played the volatility from a trading perspective on some of those altcoins. So I'm going to stamp that as correct. Correct. It's a good call. Because even I was like, yeah, I'm thinking things are going to go down. Because I was looking at the Bitcoin conference. You want to know one of the reasons why I wasn't paying attention to the Bitcoin conference is because there were so many. It's filled with people that know nothing. Yes, granted, there are a lot of people there that know stuff about it, but it's filled with people that know nothing. And guess what? What are they doing? They're freaking speaking. Peter Schiff was there. Need I say more? I'm just saying. So I'm just listening to all these people. JD Vance coming out of his mouth talking some nonsense. Senator Loomis coming out her mouth, just talking out the side of her neck. Just like, all right, whatever. Whatever. Bandwagon folks is what I call them. They're bandwagon folks. They haven't been around for a while. I bet you half the topics that we discuss within our community, they would not be able to keep up. Peter Schiff can. He's smart. But JD Vance, like I said, he just learned how to spell Bitcoin like 3 weeks ago. Just saying. I can't imagine how happy you would be if you tried it. Oh, I've done it before. I'm not amazed. It's not an allergy kind of thing. I'm sick. I'm sicky poo. I'm like actually sick. So, I stay in my office, stay away from the kids, stay away from the dog. Stitch doesn't even want to talk to me. Well, my daughter's home, so he never wants to talk to me when my daughter's home. She's number one. In his eyes, she's number one. That's the boss right there. I did sell at top to get dry powder for the dip. Nice gains. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you were paying attention, you could see the volatility happening with some of these coins. And you could sit there and you could play it. You could play it like a freaking fiddle. Dead serious. You really, really could. And you still can. I just think that we're going to be going down for a while. Why? Because there's nothing really special coming up. Okay, Circle goes IPO July 9th, whatever the date is. And July 4th? June 4th. Sorry, June 4th. Wow. June 4th. And then, okay, a stable coin company goes IPO. Woo-hoo. Just saying. Just saying. So, but if you were paying attention to the numbers, what Richie does all the time, you could see that volatility. That's one of the reasons why I tell you guys, pay attention to a coin's rhythm. Pay attention to the coin's rhythm. Because depending on what coins you're playing with, you can make some money. I'm thinking about selling SUI because they came out this morning. I said it this morning. I'm thinking about selling SUI, but I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not. I'm blacker than my shirt on SUI. Thinking about doing ton coin. But to me, it's a dip. It's a tiny dip. It's a dip. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a dip. I think it's just a tiny little correction. I think we're poised to go up. Just when we go up, I don't know. So I think there's going to be volatility until the next expected big event. Now, the next expected big event could be Circle, but that would be from a stock perspective, not from a token perspective. Does that boost them from where they are now at with their number 7 for USDC at $61 billion? Does that boost them past Tether at 152? No, that's not going to happen. But is it good? Sure. Just saying. But anyway, I'm going to go relax. It's 8:44. Get it? 8 minus 4 equals 4. Just saying. I'm a numbers guy. I love the numbers. This is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes. Tell your friends about this community because we're the only community that's actually dedicated to helping each other grow our bags. That's pretty hot. It's not just me yapping to you. It's all of us having a conversation, an ongoing conversation. I love that. And thank you for that. Everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And absolutely, as always, thank you for your trust. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, I know it's a short show. I'm not. So the show is coming up. I might be a little pulled back because I'm feeling a little weak and I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I am going to go to bed early tonight. Got a lot done today. Yes, I was working today. I didn't leave my house, but I was working today. Anyway, everybody, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.